Hello. How are we? I'm still getting dressed. Shyster. Just me. Nothing. Majiz. Guitaraholic Kane. The EU servers are lagging out? Oh, I'm supposed to get undressed. You're right. Oh, jeez. Calm Khan. How you doing? You can't wait. This league is going to be epic. I hope so, McGiz. I hope so. Give me 1 sec. Just give me 1 sec. I'll be right back, okay? I forgot one thing. 1 sec. Yeah. Back. You're positive they won't disappoint us? I think that is a decision you need to make for yourself. There is always someone who gets disappointed. How you doing, Croquette and Notan? You have to watch in 160p? Kane, are you not in South Africa? You can't wait to delete cards with me. Oh my goodness. Again. Destroying more viewers' leagues. Hello, Exiled. How you doing? And wait, who else did I miss? Forbidden Exile. Hey. Just spreading it. I know. I think you'll have a wonderful time, McGiz. Be aware that PoE 1 is not immune from the same level of ire that PoE 2 has been. So be prepared. Be prepared. I'm using EU Twitch. Am I? That chest. Dude, what chest was it? Oh, J-Rock. Thank you for the follow and the sub. Thank you. Thank you. The, dude, the chest in PoE 1. Oh no. Regis? That cannot happen. The assassin. I think the assassin's looking super sick, but we need to wait for the patch notes. Like, you very obviously could do something like Blade Vortex Perfect Agony, and it'll probably be pretty decent. Oh wait, I'm also live on YouTube. Hey YouTube. But we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to wait for the patch notes. Oh, thank you, J-Rock. I'm glad you realized. You're gonna watch the reveal on your 85-inch TV. Dude, I have never done that. I wanna do that. Nebby, what's up? Oh, the armor sacket chest with Fortify, right. I think I did. But I don't remember. The plan before live stream? Same thing we do every night. Bingo. It's a bingo. Because it's always a bingo. That's very visible. Oh no, Regis. Wait, I just want to turn on my ghost chat. Give me 1 sec, and then we can do a bingo together. Everyone loves a bingo. Lancing Steel Slayer. Yeah, we have to wait for the patch notes. I'm hoping that everyone's thoughts about what they could possibly league starting is just completely obliterated. Frosty, you didn't even know it was the announcement? OMG. Should I like ping people? Pingaholics. Let me just tell people. By the way, It's the announcement of PoE 3.27 Keepers of the Flame. Seems that a lot of people didn't realize, lol. Yeah, I pinged everyone. Warden. Dude, Warden? A competitive... What is competitive bingo? It's been such a wait. For me, it feels like it's been like a week. No, not a week, like 2 weeks. Actually, I did barely anything in October. How do people not realize? I don't know. I don't know. It happens. I've missed one. I missed one in my life, and it was the heist reveal. Chain hook buff. Really exciting chain hook. You're still playing I know. You're still playing PoE 2. It's too sudden. And the... Oh, shit. That sounds fun. Let's first make our own. And then we can maybe submit to the competitive bingo. Can you guys see all right? After seeing... Oh yeah, chain hook being the only movement skill. You're league starting whatever I am. Oh, okay. That's fine, Frosty. Luckily you noticed in time. Yeah, async is gonna be interesting. My high score in Mega Bonk, what was it like? I almost got 100,000. Oh, did I get just over 100,000? I don't know. It was... I think it was like either just under or just over 100k. My Kuakas. There's so many people. So many people I haven't seen for a while. I might... Aaron! No! The league is... The announcement's tonight. And the thing is next week, Friday. You got 111. 111k randomly with Fox. Kuikson. Papa Threki. So many people.
Hi, PE.
Hi.
Yay had to unsub for economic reasons.
Aww.
Frown.
I'm sorry. You never have to feel inclined to sub. If you're not able to,
emotional, damn
that's
it.
fine. If you just want to hang and chat or just lurk, whatever, that's fine. If you can sub, that's rad. But if you can't, don't feel bad. You don't have to feel bad about having to cancel a sub. I've done that in the past as well, where I'm just like, dude, I need some money. And like cancel 7 subs. Oh, Mammon Moose. Wow.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Wow, 30 months. Almost 1 whole year.
Wow, almost. No, that's about 3 years, isn't it? 30 months. Yeah, that's 3 years on the dot. Thank you for the 3 years. And Shayton. OMG, thank you.
Get Prime.
Get Prime.
Yarbongos.
Yarbongos, that's so cute. Thank you, Shayton. How you doing? You forgot. Artubasi also forgot. Arrow's GC build, but you might do with whatever Arrow slots. That's always a safe bet, man. Arrow's a good creator to follow because he makes builds that are as good as like the best builds without having too much heat. Isn't most of a streamer's revenues through sponsors and ads? Omega lol. If you're a massive streamer, yes. If you're a not massive streamer, ads are fucking peanuts. It's like nothing. It's nothing. That's why that video from Moist Critical, which was good, I really liked it. But when he was like, oh yeah, all the money comes from ads, I'm like, bro, no, not at all. Like if you're a small streamer, you make like, what did I calculate it as? It's like 0.02 cents per viewer per hour per minute of ads. That's a bit of a weird algorithm, but it's like if I have 100 people watching me and I run 4 minutes of ads per hour, I'm making like $1. No, it's more. Is it? Yeah, no, I'm making like $1 an hour. It's peanuts. But if you're big, then you make crap loads. T Killer, thank you for this follow. Arrow brought you here. Oh yes, I love Arrow. Aesop may be back. Explosive Nade, heck yes. I don't know if I'm gonna do my own League starter. If I do, it's not gonna be as fleshed out as in the past. Like in the past, I've always done the whole like, here's how to play the game. It's too much. It's too much work, and the people who appreciate it, I love that they appreciate this sort of thing. Where it's like, here is all the leveling gems. Here's how you level. Here's how these things work. Here's a priority list. Here's how to boss. Here's how to convert to crit. Here's all the unique items. Here's more info. Here's more info. And then like the most detailed pub you've ever seen, and then you get called a beta on Reddit. And it's like, okay. Cool. No. Actually, I'm not stopping doing build guides for that, but it's just like, it's too much work. It's too much work. Assassin looks pretty sick. Randomize my build. No. React content. Oh yeah, exactly. Guitaraholic, you made like $3 to $5 in a month one time. You get like 5-7 people in your stream at a time. There you go. So yeah, like ads. Only Twitch is not enough. Yeah, dude, you can't. Twitch is like a. Someone described Twitch as like a community. It's like a community platform. It's the same as Discord. It's not like a content platform. You can make it a content platform, but it's more of a community platform. So, yeah. My BV guide was a bomb. Thank you, Shyster. So I'm not doing cock, lightning, warp ball, lightning, poison, assassin. I might. How are you doing, Avicius? You've never done cock? What are you, gay? Sorry. Alright, let's do our bingo before this gets out of hand. What kind of music genre? Everything. But I don't know. I don't play much music anymore, sadly. Just like fingerpicky noodling. Back when I played in a band, it was a cover band, so we had to play everything. That was so bad. Sorry. Thank you, Spice. No, Shadow, come back. Strider, how you doing? Assassin rework looks like poison. Dude, it looks like everything. It could be so much better. Yeah, we're doing a bingo. You never played a card game. I played one card game once, and I didn't like it. What's a better lightning build? Lightning arrow or hustle? Yeah. Hi. Okay. Let's do bingo. Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogier. Hearts? No, I think it was COD 3 on Xbox. Nerf to, we'll see, and NSDC, we will see. Who did I cover in the band? Dude, everything from Brown Eyed Girl to like Toxic by Britney Spears. And then like, I don't know, like blues, pop, reggae, quote unquote jazz, which wasn't like, not really jazz, but no, people who don't know jazz don't know it wasn't jazz. Want to see some really cool guitar playing? Is it gonna get me a copyright strike? Hearts, dude, Hearts is rad. It was fun. Divination cards. All right. Dude, this week was so wretched, but it's fine. We made it to the other side of it. We're here. And we're doing the bingo. Can you guys see the bingo? I need the little crissy cross patterns. But I need them thicker. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Nice. There was some stack deck qual. Thank you, Papa Therky. Viper Strike with a Mamba. They will make casting cool somehow. Casting becomes cool. That's too vague. I think in the middle we could probably put like Trickster nerfed. Yeah, no dude, Trickster nerfed as a bingo space is Trickster untouched. Actually, that's kind of funny. Trickster buffed. What's the worst ascendancy? Pathfinder nerfed. That's definitely happening. You think you're gonna dumb this league? What are you gonna do dumb? Instead of assassin. Sabo. How you doing, Fusion? Actually, we can check. Templar gets pants? No, never. Negate Hey, Melee was actually pretty popular last week. It was pretty popular last week. Let's see, what was at the bottom? Ascendant Assassin was the least played class last week. Pathfinder? Hold on, wait, Pathfinder was 8%. Holy shit. There we go. Your bingo has Soul Sacrifice nerf. Soul Sacrifice. That's not the amulet, is it? It is, I think. I mean, that's pretty much a given. But we need to have stuff that we can... Oh my goodness, Nikki, whoa. Post Sussy, live Wussy, ooh. Oh, Forbidden Right, yeah. What we need to do though, is we need bingo things that we can check off during the announcement. So like, so-and-so nerf, this buff, that, whatever. Every buff to assassinate hidden tricks are buffed by a Forbidden Flash Flame. That's what I thought as well. Chefty, thanks for follow. EE will get nerfed? Was it only OP specifically on tricks? Ellie Equilibrium? Were tons of people using Ellie Equilibrium? Is that true? Oh. Oh, Ephemeral Edge. Durr. Sorry. Obviously. Yeah. There we go. SMC. That's what I'm talking about. Gladiator changes almost certainly. That'd be rad. Async is confirmed. That's, yeah, that one's an easy one. We can put it in the middle. EE did get a bit nerfed last week, didn't it? It is super OP on Trickster, but it did get nerfed already. Zesht, ooh, Zesht added a pinnacle. That, yeah, stuff like that. Zesht, Sanctum is back. Ooh, yeah, Zesht. I'm gonna put like, this is gonna be our short list. Sanctum changes. Yeah, exactly. Jug in. Oh yeah, exactly. Like Jug, Inquiz, Slayer rework. Another reworked Ascend. Stuff like that's good. ES is gonna be nerfed. Life's gonna make. I think like Life was still pretty popular last league. This is at the top and most popular builds.
You're kidding me. Not like this. No.
Ow,
Please,
my ears.
dude.
Ricochet
Not like
buff.
this.
PTK. True, Nicholas. It's live? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait. Is it live? Oh frick, yes. Yes. It's live. Now that's pretty good. Log in. True, Vicious. You know a sick Megabonk run that could have made the leaderboard? If only you got an early green card. No. This music's so good. Slowing down movement speed. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? Catch you soon, Croquette. Deathly Hero? I might. Chat excited of the new they won't play. There will be some bullshit. There's gonna I have a feeling the passion is gonna be massive and Reddit's gonna be on fire for like 24 hours until they actually read it properly. New spells, fire-based. In-game trade menu. That's pretty much guaranteed, isn't it? Oh, Heretic! Thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you for the Prime sub. And what do I think is better? Will he make League Star builds after the patch? I might. But if I do, it's gonna be like a Jung tier build where it's like I'm not gonna do the hand holding thing again. It's gonna be like, this is how you level, here is the end game. There you go. New trance gems. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll add OMG, just me playing. Thank you for the sub.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Oh, Old Man Dan, thank you. I actually have been streaming, but just on Twitch, and I've been playing stuff like Megabonk, Hades. I played Minecraft for the first time. Trance Wintertide. Yeah. They don't like the thing that made heist good, so you doubt it'll be better in the way that it used to be. I think there's gonna be enough people who do heists. Dude, the only reason I never do heists is I always want to see the new League mechanic. No hand holding. It'll be probably like mild hand holding. A new feature. Ooh, some kind of surprise async trade. How long does downtime last? Oh, on PoE? Yeah, I forgot what life was after Megabonk. Seismic Trap is now the meta. Imagine. Seismic Trap Perfect Agony. The past build. PAST. Heist is gonna be good. Maybe some kind of Legion or Delve rework. Okay. Should we say like major what do you call like mechanic rework? Something like that. Crazy bow buffs. We're trying to avoid buffs. We're trying to avoid stuff that's not going to be obvious in the patch notes. So like they're not really going to talk about balance and stuff. So more stuff that's like generic generic stuff that we can check off. Delves already for PoE 0.4, you're right. 100% confirmed. Oh yeah. Oh, it's so ready, Frosty. I'm the same. portal scroll being removed. I could, yeah, that stuff like that's good. No more portal scroll. Share build now. I don't have a build. There's no patch notes. What will be the OP build this league? Whatever Fubgun says. Basically, the best build will be whatever the content creator says it is, and then you will play that, probably be disappointed, and then re-roll into one of Arrow's builds and have a good time. Classic. A ritual oh god, no, not omens. Omens make sense of PoE 2, kinda, but no now. I don't know. You're ramping up to 400k kill. Holy sh! Wait, 400k? If they don't touch it, Elementalist, dude. Elementalist, so good. So exciting. Cool. Sorry, I'm just WhatsApping my partner, just in case. Purple? Blue? Huh? Wait, no, new Elementalist is way cooler. Will the stats work the same way? Yeah? What do you mean? What's different about it? What about Abyss coming to PoE? I don't know. I don't think PoE 1 Abyss wouldn't really work in it. Oh wait. Abyss has been in the game for... Abyss has been in PoE 1 for 8 years. Holy shit, has it been that long? Oh, PoE 2. Yeah, we gotta get that. That's pretty async trade. Yeah. I know. Well, he said he'd never used a recombinator. More endless. You like endless content. Just not an endless atlas. No, it's purple? Wait, what are you talking about? Okay, just make sure no one's dying. Replica Triplon's General's Cry Earth Shadow Champ is going to be meta, calling it now. Why didn't you just simplify that and type the acronym? RTGCEC. I would have known what you were talking about. Oh. Sandata! Thank you for the sub. 3 months.
Announcement stream hype.
Yes, I know. So excited. You like the idea of 4 or 5 boss difficulties? Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like normal and Uber in PoE 1. I don't know. Melee nerfed. Simultaneously, our characters have become way too strong. But also exactly, yeah. Minecraft, it was fun. I think I'd have more fun if I was playing with friends. Oh, the purple, yeah. I don't know what the league mechanic's gonna be. I think it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really cool. One feature, okay. Boys. Should we just say something so unexpected, but amazing? How about that? Breach relics. I did see something on the side of the, like on the side of the thingy. D9 men, thank you for the follow. I miss you. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, Delve is... hold on, wait. I'm going to... I actually want to just duplicate this tab. I'm gonna put it... Actually, no. I don't need to duplicate... Oh, no, I do. Okay. Wait, I am a professional. I know what I'm doing. Window capture. Timer. Look at that. How incredible am I? I understand the basic functionality of OBS. There we go. Searing Winds. Thank you for the sub. Thanks, Searing Winds. I'm so excited. Blaze, you play? Oh, you're excited to play 3.27? Yes. I think Blaze. I have a feeling this is the league you get hooked. This is the league that the anchovies take effect on you, and you finally get it. Oh yeah, that Beast update was so good. They removed Lab. What time is the announcement? In 47 minutes. Okay, I'm skipping ahead. I missed some chat. If there's anything urgent that I missed, just repeat it. Mana reservation. Spectre mana reservation. Ooh. Spectres are reworked. I mean, we did get the one Spectre buff. Oh, really? Okay, now you've been watching videos and guides. Heck yes. Wouldn't it be such a flex if you can go in there and kill like all Ubers on hardcore on your second league? HCSF. You're streaming, you can't play much? Oh no. Are you not gonna stream the announcement, Blaze? You're ready for, there you go. Got 100, got Mage Blood. That's a huge achievement. 3.27. HCSF is not allowed for Blaze. It looks like some of the cool qual stuff from PoE 2. Yes. Yeah. I think it looks amazing. C2. Do not buffer, please. No. Dodge roll? No. Never. That's an awesome goal, Blaze. My YouTube hero. Oh, how you doing, C2? You excited? We can swing the fences, right? They steal the SF loot buff thing from last epoch. Yeah, actually that's fun. But we have to have at least one realistic bingo, and then we can do all the dumb stuff. In item tooltip tells you the average price. Oh, I like that. Should we say like in-game price checker? Even if they gave us dodge, get it on my keyboard. Yeah, I mean, we've got movement skills. Something about breach, I mean, that's pretty much a given. How about we make like an obvious straight line, like breach rework. Okay, so this will be our obvious row, and then the rest can be dumb. Because you gotta succeed the bingo. You're excited and kind of start playing RF? Breach and Beyond are merged. Oh! Whoa. Yeah, because they took it off the tree, right? Breach plus Beyond. Ooh. I didn't think of that. Mortal Sword. Thank you for the sub, Mortal Sword. The Prime Submarino. I'll say combined. Breach is now Scourge. That'd be cool. Offline selling? Yeah, I think something like async trade is all but confirmed. Yeah, okay. I like that. Blaze actually WASD somehow gets in, and then we got like Super Zeshed. Sanctum changes, another reworked Ascendancy, new Trance Gems, no more Portal Scroll. What are other ideas? Towers to people? Towers? We had them, they removed them. Well, not really. we kind of, in a weird way, had towers with like old sextants. Anyone remember old sextants? Like the original ones? Dark Pact, still no MTX. Keep WASD out of my game. Hey, it's optional. WASD. Click to move removed. It is now forced WASD. New currency. Oh, yeah, I'll add that to the shortlist. New currency. New crafting. Idols. Oh, it's getting cropped. Mandatory WASD. New boss. Should we just say something like new boss plus Uber 3.26 bosses? Something like that. These are like gimmies. Gold rework. Idols for skill tree. Second. Whoa, second sign ascendancy. I like the way you're thinking. What would it be though? Heist rework. Resident Sleeper 2. They need to make the new bosses hard again. Like, bosses used to be so hectic, and then ever since Siege of the Atlas, the new bosses were just so easy, and then they had to add the Ubers, so there was like an actual challenge. Creepy grin at the camera. Oh yeah, you're right, Nebby. Remember when they changed? They changed Act 1 and 2, and then they just kind of stopped talking about that. For Breach and for a Zesh fight. Should I say like, I don't know, like Zesht? Because a few people have said Zesh now. Zesht PoE 2 crossover. Does that make sense? Something that like ties the two together. We're gonna need a lot more gold. Scion gets all PoE 2 class ascendancies. Is there a single PoE 2 ascendancy you would pick over any PoE 1 ascendancy? Like, is the best PoE 2 ascendancy better than the worst PoE 1 ascendancy? Maybe? Instant mana leech? You want Scavenger? Once in the game they'll be creating around, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna add WSC. Crossbow, ooh. Blood Mage for spell, maybe. Yeah. But wouldn't you just go Trickster? It's too obvious. What do we do? Let's do async. Trade. How about that? Kinsmark, Merc, Merge. Well, we know we're not getting Mercs. All skills open chest automatically. Oh, I don't know if that would be in the announcement though. Like they have, like why have 2 games? I think the 2 games are pretty different. This is that I guess if they're doing it in the one, then they can do it in the other. Miso. Wait, aren't you streaming with Mr. Dead Rabbit? 3.261 Searing. Yeah, Searing. Maybe did Exarch and Ida get buffed? PV buff, I hope so. Jonathan Roger enters his bold era. He had to pull out last minute? No, why? Are you all alone now, Miso Shiro? Where I made something impossible? We can look at it. What was our 3.261? People spam We're So Back, Expansion and League, New Pinnacle Boss, Hi, I'm Mark Roberts, Zana, Benares Shaper, Self-cast buff, LS nerfs, King's March core, crafting rework. Wait, no, we did get a bingo. Wow. Why did I spell it like that? Oh no, poor dead rabbit. Do you need a friend to hang with for the announcement? Oh no, poor rabbit. I didn't know. Do you want to hang him always down? LS buffed. I'd be so happy. Let's yeah. Did they deepen the delve after Steve reached the end? I don't know. Let me actually. Yeah, actually, I'll shout in a sec, Miso. I think if I got you, if we chatted now, I think I might implode because there's so many people typing. I can barely keep up. Don't want to ignore the peepos. Oh, Chris Wilson returns. No, towers are not coming back. We're not getting towers. It's not happening. Huge cock buffs? I am. I'm struggling to... I'll miss all your messages. Chris returns. The ultimate cope. Bex is back. We have actually died and gone to heaven. Deadeye buffs? Stop ignoring me. I demand satisfaction. Progresses Ulva endgame. Blight improvements. Async. Well, we've got major rework. Necro to core? Oh god, no, please. LA nerfs again. A new class? No way. Tota returns. Fifth lab? Holy shit. Can you imagine? I think that would go under something unexpected but amazing. Reworked recoms. Okay, wait. Tota, reworked recoms. Can I just say recoms deleted? Or somehow made even more confusing. Freaking recoms. Get that shit out of the game. Updated in-game. Ooh, J-Rock. I actually like that. I wonder if they would do that. You know what? The in-game tutorials actually are improved. Have you actually looked at them for the last like decade? Way too vague? No, it's not. Why the music so loud suddenly? Sorry. No, you will know what this is when you see it. Sorry, the music was...
Notice me senpai.
I will.
And turn these off.
Move async to the side. Okay, fine. Oh, Termite. Thank you for the sub, Termite. For 5 months. At tier 1. Thank you. Hi. I'm Mark Roberts / Jonathan Rogers. And then we'll have async trade.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how
Exile
I
not
ended up
talking
in
in
this
companion.
situation.
No. Evicius, no. Nope. Nope. More melee ignite passive gems. Tons of new.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Okay, fine, I'll turn them off. Okay. I'll turn off the freaking alerts. The return of helmet, boot, entrant. Why would they bring that back? Guitaraholic, I was gonna turn them off for the announcement. Mounts? I don't see. You're helping. Thank you, Guitar Holic. Always helping. You need to watch the tutorials in game. Are actually decent. New skills, support gems. Okay. New skills / support. What's the odds? They're trying to change something with ground loot item generation. Ooh, what if they do like tiered loot? What's the other people complaining about PoE 2 breach being too much? I don't know, probably high. There's gonna be lots of people complaining about stuff. About having a problem with spell suppression nerfed. Whoa. Tier 17. Oh yeah. T17 map mods reworked. Oh, how about OMG? Wait. What about this? Wait, look. New tier 17 maps. And then frags for new Uber bosses added in 3.26. Can you imagine? Wouldn't that be freaking rad? Tier 18. Why is the spacing so large? Where's the thing where I change the spacing? Yeah. 13 minutes. The graphics seem a little bit better on the trailers, do they? Pants gear slot? Going from 5 slots to 2? No. No. Oh, yum. 13 error. How you doing? Average quality of red drops is 4% EV from last week and still not worth looting. Act 1 to 10 in cruel mode? No. Oh no. Yeah, no, this is a joke. This one's a joke. They're gonna continue every. They did, yeah. Zana story. Should we say Zana story? More endgame plot. Can we just say Zana back / Zana actually back? Trippy, how you doing, Trippy Dippin? Nested map tier 17 drop tier 18. Tier 18. Wait, we're going infinite? Oh no. Yeah, there's gonna be tons of nerfs. I know, tell me Guitaraholic. New elements as no. Yapping about PoE 2 free slot, what do you mean? ES changes? I think they will be, but I don't know if they're gonna say that in the trailer. GTA 6 collab. The PoE 2 3.72 announcement is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, and we have to sit through a 5-minute ad for it before. Oh my god. Kill me. Major minion rework. Moriginator. OMG. Modded service. Oh, yes. No, I'm sure we're not going to get WAC. I don't think it makes sense in PoE. PoE mobile. We all have phones, right? Dude, my phone is still too shit to run Diablo Immortal, and they announced that game like 10 years ago. What kind of phones do you guys have? A PET collect will collect currency. Yes. Oh, a pet. I wish. Welcome. Oh, C2. You're a Shaper supporter. Thank you, C2. Thanks, C2. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know, Vicious. Why would they leak new element? Why would they leak assassins? I don't know. That was weird. Change banners? Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I don't know. He's aware. I told him just knock if there's an emergency. Oh, honey feet. How you doing, honey feet? Thank you for 20 months subs. Wildwood map device. Heck yes. Wait, where's my miso? I feel bad that I insane meta. Can we just say like hugest meta shift in last 5 years? Like, or should I say hugest biggest balance pass? I'll say that. How about that? He's okay. He's gonna go back to work tomorrow. Back to work tomorrow, but it was, yeah, it was a bit scary. Since 319? What was 319? That was like Sentinel. Wait, there were no balance in Sentinel. Yeah, Volcaris. We're not gonna do like XYZ nerfed, this buff, this nerfed. Like, it has to be stuff that they can announce. Oh, Calandra? Oh no. New character added. I think we might have had that, but the chance of that is like King's March expansion. Kingier and Marchier than ever. I like it. I think, dude, that C2, that's what I'm thinking. I think there's gonna be such a huge meta shift that the entire community is going to be on fire within the next 6 hours. Like, it's going to be mayhem, but it's going to be great because they need to do it. They need to like nerf the shit out of stuff and then buff the shit out of other stuff. Oh no, I will uninstall just me playing, which is why you're confused about the assassin thing. 3.15. No, 3.15 was Expedition, which did have massive changes, but that was more so to do with like flasks and shit and like movement skills and Expedition League. Yeah, this was a lot of damn, dude, this was like 4 years ago. No, the apology tour was this was rough, and then we had Lake of Calandra, which was just like the biggest what the frick. Even I turned into a doomer that league. Diablo comes PoE. Oh yes. Wand spell sing. It could be. Are they gonna say it in the patch notes? Community meltdown. Do you think they can do that? You know, they need to nerf things way down, but do you think they can do that when they're trying to win the community back after a year off? If content creators can like rein people in, they might understand. It just depends if there's enough buffs on top of it, and if the content creator community doesn't like also have a fucking panic attack. Because the moment like high skilled players also start having anxiety meltdowns on stream, it legitimizes random redditors also doing the same thing, because they're like, well, I mean, if that guy, damn, if he's freaking out, then it must be bad, instead of them just being like, wait, let's just read all the patch notes. PoE is done. We'll see it in the next 48 hours. Deathbane. Yeah, that's the thing, is like everything on the internet, content creators are incentivized to just lean into making other people feel shit about it being alive because it makes them more money. So they're gonna do that. Is this prawn? Oh.
Effectively, yeah. Obviously, you see Zana coming back. I know, spoiler, sorry, but it kind of was important.
Yep.
You know, you got Zana coming back, and you've got, you know, it's an additive storyline for now, and that was kind of on purpose because I wanted the endgame to be still familiar. I wanted people, after coming back after almost a year, to still have the core of the endgame be familiar, but have this additive layer on top that's cool and new and they can explore. And I didn't want to like completely rework all the mechanics, and they come, people are like, I want PoE 1, finally a PoE 1 expansion. They come back and they're like, the hell is this endgame? This isn't what I remember. This isn't what I was familiar with. So
I remember this.
It was really important with this update to have a layer of familiarity across the board, and then like improved and reworked things and removing, you know, obviously with Betrayal, we've removed a lot of the constraints and annoyance and all of that, but it's still mostly just additive stuff on top. Same with the end game.
We're almost
the League
there.
is obviously additive, the Mercenaries. So having that there, so there's that core Path of Exile 1 familiarity, was important for this one. But yes, it is like part one of a new arc of the end game storyline. Zana's back. We've got a whole new thing to explore. I'm not going to spoil too much of what exactly happens, but there's some cool shit in there. But effectively, it's like a way to think about it is we're now kind of we're gonna over obviously a relatively long time have the era of the primordials kind of phase out and have the era of this new endgame phase in. And so yeah, it's kind of set up for right now. It's an additive one. Maybe the next endgame one would be a bit more transformative, and then we'll go from there and just explore through this new storyline. So that'd be fun.
I can.
Transformative endgame. PoE 2 Atlas in PoE 1. And no, even better. PoE 2 Atlas tree in PoE 1. PoE's done. It's gonna happen. PoE 2 crafting. Yes. No, that's not gonna happen. Can we just say new crafting? That's dope. True. Campaign now goes to Act 25. And movement skills are removed. Yeah. He might mean that there's gonna be like some major endgame rework. Jewel socket for the Atlas tree. I wonder if they'll ever do that. Like having, instead of, you can put like idols in the tree, but I think people might freak out. Moto Chorus, thank you for the 5-month sub. Thank you. It's almost time. I know, Cyclone. Chaos Spam is now the new default crafting method. Yes. It just removed Breach? Well, I mean, in terms of placement, maybe they changed what the things do. Oh, no. No J-Rock, that won't work. Yeah, this one's more about character balance in the endgame. But I mean, a lot can change in 4 months. The primordials, that's Eater and Exarch. And like the Eldritch, Ichor, Ember, all of that stuff. Want to rework crafting system. New weapon base up. Ooh. Maybe they bring back Reforge keep suffixes. New jeweler orb that can add a 7th socket. Tiered currency. Oh, actually. Nah, I mean, tiered currency in no. Does tiered currency make sense in PoE 2? PoE 1? I don't think so. More unique reworks? Regal orbs. Wait, are regals not part of the core drop pool? Omens? I think if you have omens and the crafting bench, it's just giga broken. Single use crafts. Or like sanctification. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring like sanctification from PoE 2. That'd be fun. Lineage gems? Ooh. Let's put it down, lineage. Yeah, I don't think PoE 1 needs tiered currency. Essences? More unique reworks? 3 to 5, like 30? I'm sure we'll get new uniques. I think, Papa, that'll go under major mechanic rework. Another big swing. In-game item filter. Oh yeah, that's the kind of shit I like. What about that? Atlas changes. I'm sure we are going to get Atlas changes. Rainbeard. Much better. Much better. But not 100%, but going back to work tomorrow. So like way better. Harvest. Pre-nerfing uniques that'll bust it. Yeah, it's like, here's a new unique. We're nerfing it before the patch comes out. Mage blood removed, no way. Another crafting option to delete items, yes. The new breach UI is where you put your fishing rod and bait. I'm glad too, Rain. It was I wasn't really able to work the last 3 days, but it's okay. Even more passes on the tree. Ooh. Herald of Blood. Replica Mage Blood. I love that. King's March. King's March Fishing. King's March Fishing. Best currency farm. Horrible to do. Feels mandatory. Mandatory. There we go. Yeah. I think that's like the obvious thought with that Abyssius is like replica mage blood with a unique flask, or either that or something like your life flask is always active. Holy shit, how crazy would that be? You can only use one thing and it's just a life flask that's always active at like 200%. A new class? How? No, they can't. Halloween themed event. I don't think they ever do that. Maybe they'll have like a, if you play or you give 2 subs you'll get a pumpkin head or something. Zana actually back? Want to go big and say Zana becomes a new playable character with her own ascendancy. Can you imagine? Defensive aura nerf. Oh goodness gracious. Please no. Percent life increases gone from the past tree? No. No. 6 simultaneous new classes on the Atlas passive mirror. Goblin troop. Oh no. That's definitely gonna happen. We need some funny ones like that. Goblin. Oh nice. Don't fall asleep, Michael. I have that effect on people. They just watch me and they like... Hidden ascendancy. Ooh, I like that. Hidden ascendancy. Your map device influence. I think I might have missed it. 13. Alternate leveling. We can pause in PoE 1. Yes. Major minion rework. Bows get a buff. What major minion rework do we need? There we go. Yes, Armor Valleys are almost surely getting nerfed. That probably will. Jules. Okay, should we say Atlas tree socket obels? I would be surprised. Merc UI for AG. Ooh. Blight rework? I think that would go into here. We can say like Blight, Delve. These seem to be the ones that people are thinking about the most. Blight Heist. Oh yeah, Blight Heist. 16. P1 servers shut down after this league. No. We'll get a new influence on the map device. Ooh, yeah. Should we say new influence on map device? I like that. New armor bases. I mean, we did get that a couple of leagues ago. We got that in 3.25. Zana influence. Pop brought into mainline codebase. Like importable builds. You can just click a button and it imports a build guide and then it tells you what to click. The ultimate handhold. Heist now gives the same feel as Sanctum. but for gold rather than divs. Very useful. Movement skills, no. Uber mirror that duplicates an item but still on. What about mirrors? Wait, mirror of Calandra, temp disabled. What about that? Is that too insane? I'm putting on too many of my own. Nuts fucks. Thanks for the sub. And Nefrect, thank you for the follow. GG announces liquidation. Oh no, we're merging with Blizzard Entertainment. Yeah, I don't know. Dot buffs, cope, mirror that include corrupted. Heavy sun when hit. How you doing, Entropia? Should we say? Oh, sorry. New. New influence. It'll just be new. Mirror plus corrupt. Tainted mirror. Health stonks. Energy shield. Reverse stonks. They did not finish something in time and it will carry over for. Yes. I mean, that's like. That's actually a guarantee. I'm not making it to the announcement. I'm holding. Wait, there's 12 minutes? OMG. Frick off. Stop it. Kirek mission changes? Oh, yeah. We now have to use Kirek scouting report. Dude, Kirek missions are so getting nerfed, and if they're not. Oh, Scully!
I'm just lulling you into a false sense of security,
Oh,
exile.
yeah. Can we get some
Just be ready for
PogChamps?
anything.
Can we get some PogChamps in chat for Scully? He just gifted 5 subs. Thank you to Decatur, Staleys, McKillenit, Tonehack, G Wilder, and Darren. Thank you, Scully. What's up? We're very hyped. Dot is now calculated per recently instead of per minute. Damage over recently. I saw one of them changed cost on crit to cost and critical kill just for the memes. It would be epic. Recoms for foil uniques? What's up, Gale? You sub the bots. Yeah. Blight now has 17.3% more FPS spikes. This is a buff. P1 maps replaced with P2 Atlas. Oh, wait, you mean PoE 1 maps? No, we had that as a joke. It's not happening. Also, towers are back. No! Wait, I'm gonna put on my aircon. That might wake me up. New supporter pack that lets people submit something. That'll be end of the year, don't you think? Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers. No, wait, it starts out with, hi, I'm Mark Rogers. We have a big announcement today. Jonathan and I got married, and everything's great. Path 1 and 2 are merging. We are under the... Oh shit, you're right. Hi Mark, I'm Jonathan Roberts. We have an announcement. We have banned Scissorin. For what? Could you imagine if they release a totally new and updated campaign? There is a 0% chance of that. But I can't imagine. That's it. I love that emote. That emote's so cute. For being too Scissorin-y. What? Oh, but I like Scissorin. Another Ascendancy? There will be another one. This is a bit of a joke. But this is more just like Ascendancy rework +1. PoE version of Circle of Fortune. Okay, I've seen that one, like SF buff. There's no way though. There's no way. Alt Scion Ascendancy free shit choices. Delve transformed into Atlas 2. It'll never happen, Smokey, but imagine. There's no way. I don't want them to do that. Like RMT sites? Are they killing the game? I don't know exactly what the effect RMT sites are, but I've said this so many times, is that the amount of money that RMT sites offer me in emails regularly implies that they are making a lot of money. Yeah, campaign, some kind, should we say like some kind of campaign rework? That's a bit boring. New supporter packs, I wonder. Gauntlet version campaign bosses, normal bosses, ooh. Crafting omens in PoE 1, I don't think it would work. Ruthless rebirth for something harder and stronger? How much do they offer? They offer me $5,000, which is like more money than I earn in a month for a single ad. It's like, hey, do you want to triple your salary? Just do an ad for us. That ruins the game. Okay. I told them I would do it for $1 million. I would do it. I would destroy my reputation and my channel. Be exiled for $1 million. I think people would understand though, right? If I did one ad for RMT for $1 million, would you guys be okay with it? You guys would get it, right? You'd be like, hey, look, we understand. Exactly, for $1 million, exactly. You would care? You would unsub? Only if I share. I would have like my life is solved. I don't have to worry for the rest of my life party. Exactly. What do you mean dignity? No, not 5K. I wouldn't do 5K. Fuck that. It would have to be like $1 million. Yeah, that's like pay off your house, have enough money to invest to like live off. Everyone has a price. It's true. It's really true, isn't it? Yeah, I could just give you guys each $5 and then yeah, 6 minutes. Oh frick. Okay, quick. And I need to run to the bathroom quick. Exactly. Me too, Valkaris. Me too. Announcement for next league plans. Ooh. Oh, Nikos. Thank you for the sub. From Riyadh. How much is that worth?
Lolcohol.
Thanks, Nikos. Yeah, it would be like, you're an idiot if you don't do it. But they didn't reply when I asked for $1 million. 2026. I don't think they're gonna do that. At least 200 coins. Yeah, I would do that. Yeah. I don't know about a hotel chain, but it's like a lot. Their loss, exactly. Okay, decide on the last 3. I just want to grab water before this announcement. And then you guys can vote on the final 3. I'll be right back. Mirror of Calandra, temp disabled. Huge lore implication. Wait, I'll be right back. 1 second.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Amasid and today we are turning in 50 sets of the Shepherd sandals. Now I paid just about 3 divines for these. I think maybe
I'm back. I did remove it, but I'll put it back on.
He didn't turn off the alerts.
I did.
XDD, 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 XDD.
No, I did. See, I had it open waiting. Queue is up! OMG! 2026 roadmap. What if I scammed the RMT site, took the money, and then uploaded a video with said ad on a second channel? This guy is a VTuber. OMG, Nikki, it's genius. Daddy Diesel, thank you. Thank you for the sub. For 12 months. Amazing. Nothing less than data. You just made tea. Okay, frick. Let's just look at what we have. Portal scroll removed. Do they really? Boogeyman? I don't know. Those RMC sites are probably like run by the mob or something. I don't want to scam them. You had to come over to Twitch. Yes. Okay. We're 2 minutes. We got two more. So on that note, if you scam a website that breaks you, I don't know. But the thing is, they know who I am. When I knocked to Oscar Gog, frick. I was gonna hang with Miso, but actually, frick. Actually, no. I think it's gonna be too chaotic. I will hang with Miso. We hang soon. What I'm probably gonna do tomorrow is like, I've got some shit I need to do tomorrow morning, but afterwards, I'm gonna read the patch notes in the morning, edit a video. I have a meeting with an accountant, and then go live and discuss patch notes with other creators. Exactly. I need a to-do list to keep my thoughts in order. Alright. We're almost there. I've got my bingo on the right. Me? No. Frick. It's happening. Shit. How do I hide this thing? Okay. Overlay. I'm also hiding the overlay. Thank you for all the subs. Everyone, I'm just gonna hide my overlay. If there are any subs, I probably won't hear it. Yeah. We're 1 minute away. Nicolemi, you're here. Do I want to co-stream? Wait, Miso, no, I just said I think it's gonna be too chaotic. I think it's gonna be too chaotic this soon. Are you live though? Frick. Shit. Sorry. I did say though, what I might do tomorrow is I will I go live and like we can discuss patch notes and stuff. That sounds like fun. Sorry. Have fun, Miso. Hearts. I'll give you a hearts in chat. You're the best, Miso Shiro. Have fun. Catch you on the other side, everyone. Be quiet. Don't make too many noises, alright? Piano Dude, thank you for the follow. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers from Grinding Gear Games, and welcome to GGG Live. Yay. Today we're going to show you an exclusive reveal of Path of Exile, Keepers of the Flame, which is coming out 1 week from now on October the 31st.
Okay, chat.
Twitch drops are enabled on today's live stream, so you'll be able to claim your Hive-born crawler pet by following the instructions below.
Very nice.
Without further ado, let's roll the trailer for Path of Exile, Keepers of the Flame.
Yeah! Here goes. I'm so excited.
We, the Keepers of the Flame, serve the will of the Dreamer. His instructions whispered from beyond the wall of sleep. But now, the Hiveborn are here, on Rayclast, and they seek to poison our world.
This looks familiar. Alright.
We must close their breaches, destroy their hives, slay their breach lords.
Oh, hell yeah. You boss? Yeah. Oh, what was that? static sound effect. It has enough.
And by his gifts, the dreamer provides. They brought this war to our world, but we shall end it.
What the frick?
Whatever it takes.
An entire Alice tree? For free? The Genesis tree. Oh. What the frick is that? Oh, gross. New skills? What? What the fuck? What the fuck is a bloodline class? New Ubers? Wait, you guys said new classes, and I was like, no, they're not gonna do that. You did! You said! And I was like, they're not gonna add new classes. What are you talking about? Shut up. Holy freaking shart.
As you can see, this expansion is a true sequel to the Breach League, first introduced to the game in 2016.
OMG.
We felt like it was time to progress the story of Breach, bringing with it a slew of new updates to the base game. In today's stream, we'll take you on a deep dive into Path of Exile Keepers of the Flame, beginning with the League mechanic, covering all the fearsome challenges it presents, and the new twisted ways you'll be able to empower your character.
Yes!
After that, we'll dive into the new ascendancy options possible with Bloodline classes. Then we'll cover the much anticipated and synchronous trade system coming to Path of Exile 1.
Bloodline ascendancy? What the frick?
Afterwards, move into the new Uber Pinnacle
ascendancies?
bosses, how to access them, and some new drops worthy of the added difficulty. Finally, we'll cover some notable quality of life improvements before moving on to our supporter packs and challenge rewards. We'll then have a live Q&A session where Ziggy D will ask Path of Exile's game directors Mark and myself your questions from Twitch chat.
Oh my goodness.
And after the live
gracious.
stream, we'll drop the full patch notes.
Wow.
At 11 AM New Zealand time or 3 PM Pacific. So let's get started.
Shambles.
I'll hand things over to Mark to introduce the new league.
Oh, thanks, Mark.
Hi, I'm Mark Roberts.
Hi.
Game director on Path of Exile.
I think something
Breach
unexpected
is a
but
beloved
amazing.
league that has had an iconic history in PoE. We intend to honor that legacy with our first ever sequel league, Keepers of the Flame.
A sequel league.
This develops every aspect of
He's
Breach,
got the Chris Wilson
adding new
eye
layers to
twitch.
discover. Richer lore, scarier bosses, and entirely new mechanics. That said, this is still Breach, so you will still be opening breaches and slaying hordes of otherworldly monsters. The Breach Lords have found the means to stabilize the connection between their realm and Rayclast. Now, with their grip tightening, we learn their true goal in our world, conquest. The threat they pose has now escalated to home soil. On the coast in Act 1, you'll encounter Aelith, the founder of the Keepers of the Flame. This is a monastic order sworn to defend Rayclast from the Breach Lords. The exit to the Mudflats has been barricaded by Hiveborn, Breach monsters that are working to claim every inch of Rayclast. Aelith can grant you a small spark of the power of the Flame, allowing you to blast away their barricade and move onwards. Once you enter the Mudflats, you'll find it infested with Breach monsters. They appear to be constructing a kind of hive, creating strange shapes and structures that absolutely don't belong. Time to purge them with fire. Aelith needs you to protect her as she empowers the Flame to do so. Hold off the assault long enough, and she'll be able to demolish the hive with cleansing flame.
What the frick? Okay.
In other areas, the gap between worlds is strained. Here, you'll find a more familiar encounter with a new twist. A massive breach hand sunders the space between dimensions, and touching it will open an unstable breach, causing monsters to flood in. If you can slaughter them quickly enough, you can stabilize the breach. This brazen action can draw the attention of Vroon, Marshal of Zesht, who will do everything it can to stop you. Defeating this boss will permanently seal the breach, severing another connection between the Breach Lord's world and
Look at that
Rayclast.
poison, dude. Oh, he's using
These
BV.
stabilized breaches are similar
He's
to what a
using
breach
BV.
once was, but with upgraded monsters,
That's Plague
a
Bearer.
success condition to shoot for, UI tracking to keep the player informed of their progress through the encounter, and satisfying feedback when you do manage to complete the encounter.
Dude, he's poison BV.
We've taken
meta.
all the lessons we've learned since the release of Breach 9 years ago and improved upon it in every way we can.
Thanks for the follow.
However, Much of the joy of Breach came from its simplicity. While we want to modernize the mechanic, we don't want to undermine the core experience. You're still mostly just slaughtering hordes of enemies in a circle.
Dude, I was
Finally,
poison
in
BV.
in-game areas you might run into breach constructions that have been left unopposed for too long and have grown into their full twisted glory. Breach hives. Towering flesh-crafted cities in the sky. These are the visions of the Breach Lords made real in Rayclast, teeming with breach monsters. You must raid and destroy these cities with the help of Aelith and her flame.
Holy frick. Thanks, Smokey.
In some of these hives, you may even encounter some of the Breach Lords themselves, who will not be happy you're intruding on their planned conquest.
Okay.
Now, let's talk loot. Of course, being an exile is hard work, and you're unlikely to help entirely out of the goodness of your heart. Fortunately, Aelith has power and rewards aplenty, born of the Breach Realm itself, to offer you for your assistance.
Dude, this is such a BV league.
Help her, and she'll bring you to the Monastery of the Keepers, the hallowed halls of her order.
Holy shit.
Here, you'll find the Genesis Tree. The growing heart of the Keeper's power.
What does it do?
On interacting with it, you'll find that this tree has a tree. That's right. It couldn't be Path of Exile unless the tree also had a tree.
EDC.
More importantly, the Genesis Tree is an engine of unholy creation, and a profitable one. As you complete breach encounters and work more with Aelith, you'll be able to grow the Genesis Tree larger and larger, sprouting additional limbs. Each of these limbs, you'll notice, has their own inventories. These can be used for an unusual method of crafting new items.
Crafting! New crafting!
With the system, you'll be able to grow currency, uniques, equipment, and a new kind of otherworldly item, grafts.
Ooh.
Grafts are breach hands grown directly from the Genesis Tree.
Oh yeah, and
born
then?
of the same flesh and sinew as the invading monsters. These fuse directly to your body, in a completely safe process. Don't worry about it.
That's gross.
With grafts, you can harness the power of the breach. Some provide passive benefits like this, or this, but they can also grant a wide selection of powerful skills.
Oh, shit.
These graft skills can provide a flexible way to fill gaps in your build.
I love
offering
filling
everything
gaps.
from damage to potent defensive buffs
Dude, they're BV,
and crowd
poison.
control.
That's my build.
For example, the Battering All Graft will call massive arms to erupt from the earth, stunning all those they hit.
Look at that flat damage.
For some additional
What the
pack
shit?
clearing power, you could consider the Squalling Tool Graft.
That was like 100,000
When
flat
commanded,
damage.
this graft will cast Dance in the White, creating a deadly ice tornado, which aggressively seeks enemies and fires off bursts of ricocheting projectiles when you critically strike
What
with
the
skills.
shit? What are you doing?
For some further utility and a useful buff,
what are these
try out the
numbers?
Storming Esh Graft. This can be commanded to call down a ring of bolts from the sky that will leave behind the new Radiant Ground. Radiant Ground grants a potent damage buff to allies standing within it and makes their hit damage lucky.
What the frick? What are these numbers?
If you're simply after raw damage, look no further than the Erupting Zothgraft, which causes massive eruptions of fire where you command, which then re-erupt when you warcry. There are a total of 16 different graft types you can grow, each with their own skill. You can even unlock a second graft slot as you progress through Aelith's questline, so feel free to mix and match Flesh Zone horrors to your heart's content.
Damn.
Now, grafts aren't just here to make you stronger, they are also your means of feeding the Genesis Tree.
And they have a downside.
Which needs constant supplies of graft blood to grow anything useful.
Okay.
You can do this by defeating breach monsters, which will leave behind blood that your graft will automatically collect.
Please, oh thank God. Okay, automatically collect.
When you feed this blood to the tree, your allocated passives will be put to work.
Allocated passives.
This section of the Genesis Tree can be used to grow new grafts for you,
And then?
which the Genesis Tree will then birth in a gruesome display.
Ew. Oh, wait, freezing tool graft.
Basic
Ooh.
passives on the tree might increase item rarity of birthed grafts, or the chance to birth additional grafts.
Dude, it's like a passive tree for items.
These passives can target specific types of grafts, and this passive causes grafts to be birthed with a random amount of quality. quality improves the amount of blood that can be stored by your grafts.
Whoa.
This section of the Genesis tree births currency items.
Okay.
Basic passives can result in more or better currency. Allocate this passive to sometimes cause a shower of currency to burst forth from the flesh of the tree.
Divines?
Yeah, it's a bit gross, but working with the organic matter of a bunch of dead otherworldly creatures was never going to be a clean affair.
What the shit's a regal implant? What's an
Grafts
unstable
themselves
implant?
are born of a different world, so are unmodifiable by most currencies.
What the fuck are these numbers, dude?
However, with this passive, the Genesis tree can occasionally grow fleshy mockeries of currency orbs.
Yeah, what is this? What does it do?
These function like augmentation orbs, regal orbs, or exalted orbs, but they work on your grafts instead of normal gear. Yep, it's graft crafting.
Wait, what? Oh shit,
Allocating
they can
this
be
passive
rare.
can result in foul-born currencies. This foul-born exalted orb, for instance, behaves as a normal exalted orb, except it guarantees a higher tier modifier.
Oh my god.
By locking out a large portion of the lower rolls, a normal exalted orb would be able to hit.
I said they wouldn't add tiered
The
currency,
largest section of
and
the
they
Genesis
did.
tree is used to grow rare equipment items. For these, you have a lot of agency to influence the type and modifiers on your grown item. For example, you can specifically target boots with a dexterity requirement, with an increased chance for speed modifiers, and reduced chance for cold modifiers.
Whoa, this is like a weird
Or maybe you
crafting-
prefer to look for a two-handed axe with increased chance for physical modifiers.
This is going to be such a sick league for SSF.
This section of the tree is for growing unique items. Similar to the equipment section, there are passives that let you target growing specific types of uniques or rarer uniques.
Whoa.
The process of growth is not always a perfect one, however, and can result in some defects. This passive can result in birthed uniques becoming foul-born.
What does that mean?
Which mutates one of the existing modifiers on the item into a new one.
Huh?
Resulting in some interesting new ways to use that unique.
Guitaraholic, you've been talking about this for years.
example, this foul-born Quill Rain no longer has increased projectile speed, but instead has increased area of effect. Another foul-born Quill Rain could replace the mana gained on hit with the much more powerful modifier where insufficient mana doesn't prevent your bow attacks.
Holy shit.
Here are some other examples.
Oh. Chaos? Element? Oh, whoa. Ellie over?
This passive even gives a rare chance for foul-born uniques to have multiple different modifiers mutated.
Ghost Dragon, that's
I'm sure you'll come up with some extremely powerful uses for these.
Dude, this is gonna be so addictive.
We'll leave it up to you to discover what this mysterious part of the Genesis tree can grow.
No, tell us.
So,
tell us.
ultimately,
Okay, never mind.
you'll be slaying masses of breach monsters, harvesting blood with the aid of your grafts, feeding that to the Genesis tree, growing some items and better grafts, and back again to the slaughter. As with all our challenge leagues, this league will come with a set of 40 challenges to pursue, and completing them will award you with the Keeper of the Flame armor set, allowing you to truly embrace becoming a monk and worshipping the Dreamer. Now,
Dude,
craft skills won't be the only new tools to play with. In 3.27, we're also adding a collection of new skill and support gems.
Yes, what is it
Let's
gonna
go
be?
over them now.
Dude, I'm so hyped for this league.
Kinetic Rain is a new wand attack, which covers the ground in unstable kinetic energy. These hazards collapse at the slightest touch,
We got a league side
releasing
new
their
skill.
energies into any unfortunate soul who happens to be standing on them. With enough projectiles and area of effect, an enterprising exile could carpet the world in dangerous kinetic force.
We're 100% league starting a new skill.
Wall
I don't
of
give a
Force
shit.
creates a barrier of kinetic power,
Okay.
causing allied projectiles to ricochet towards targets automatically. Drop one behind a boss, and redirect the bolts of your armies. I'm sure you'll find ways to break this one.
Wait, okay. I was going to say it looks like
Conflagration is a
KB.
new bow attack, which rains down fiery bolts from above that stick into the ground and pulse as you approach. Once you get close enough, these bolts detonate, causing ravaging ignites.
Ooh, ravaging
These bolts
ignites.
chain react, allowing you to create fields of incendiary destruction.
That looks crazy.
Thunderstorm is a bow attack, which creates a whirling storm of wind and lightning where it lands. While you're within the storm, it will rapidly grow, until it becomes violently thunderous with lightning-infused clouds. At this point, leaving the storm will cause it to detonate, dealing damage to everything within and releasing a flurry of tornadoes in all directions.
Can we do that on
Attacking
Warden?
with Kinetic Fusillade will create hovering orbs of energy.
Dude, so many new skills.
These linger for a few moments above you, before zipping off to nearby targets, chaining between them, then detonating.
Okay, so a lot of wand stuff.
Living Lightning support will bring to life living sparks of energy. Elemental minions that zap through packs of enemies with speed and ease. Use these alongside your spellcasting to augment your pack clearing abilities, or find whatever means possible to cover the world in living sparks of ruin.
It does feel like a lot of wand stuff,
Wind
right?
Burst support unleashes chaotic tornadoes as you attack, which ricochet around wildly and quickly.
Oh no, Snoobe, log
These
in.
deal moderate damage as they travel, but will explode into a highly damaging burst when they expire. So it's a choice between scaling their duration up to get better coverage, or down to access the burst more quickly.
Are we exciting bows?
Kinetic Instability is a support gem to go along with the new wand attacks that causes enemies slain to leave behind those same orbs of shimmering energy that Kinetic Rain creates. One might ponder just how many orbs you can create if you were to use both. In 3.27, Exiles will be able to absorb the power of some of the bosses they defeat.
Dude, what the
These
fuck?
take the form of
There's so
new
much-
Ascendancy class options, called Bloodlines.
What the it's like, oh.
Bloodline classes are a
all
new means of character customization in the
Calm down,
endgame.
everyone. Calm
They
down.
are secondary Ascendancy classes that are unlocked by defeating specific in-game bosses.
Second?
They are
Wait,
allocated with your
second or
normal
two?
Ascendancy points, and you'll have to choose how many of your points go into the original Ascendancy and how many into your Bloodline class. This means there is a nigh limitless ability to mix and match here, as you could choose to invest just a couple points into your Bloodline, or max it out, and you could take any Bloodline with any base Ascendancy class that you see fit.
What the shit?
To unlock your Bloodline, hunt down the endgame boss whose power you desire, and defeat them, or have a friend help, and claim the power for your own.
And what does it do, GGG?
There are 10 Bloodline classes to discover. Bosses who offer this power are typically associated with past leagues, giving additional reasons to engage with that league content. Let's run over a few examples.
Okay, cool. Yeah. What's it going to be?
The Chaos Bloodline will be offered to you by the Trial Master,
And then?
if you manage to succeed his final challenge. With his blessing, you can greatly augment your Vow skills in different ways.
Oh.
Priest of Yalmak lets you use Vow skills much more often, while Priest of Kopek makes it harder to build up Vow skills, but makes them far more powerful. Or take Corruption's Embrace, which grants more Vow Keystone powers the more corrupted
It's
items
a
you have
fucking
equipped.
free ascendancies. You guys said this
The
as well. It's
Ashabi
like, there's no
bloodline can
way.
be gained by, you guessed it, defeating Ashabi. Her abilities are drawn from the 3 types of life force that manifest
Dude.
within as Marian spirits.
It's like mini
The
Frasier.
Wild Bear rewards you with adrenaline for generating rage. The Vivid Cat gives your elusive buffs a chance to refresh, as well as making you more stealthy while elusive.
That's so strong.
The
That
Primal
is so
Owl
strong.
allows your unleashed spells to
Holy
reoccur
shit.
many additional times, and
Refresh
get stronger for
elusive?
each time they reoccur.
Okay,
The
Assassin is
Nameless
like Giga.
bloodline comes from the King in the Mists. Be forewarned, his menacing power comes at a great cost.
Yeah, Assassin
With the
Ashabi.
Unseen Hand, you can equip a 3rd ring.
Dude, no.
But you'll have to decide if that comes at the expense of having no amulet,
Oh, okay, alright.
no belt,
Oh, shit.
or no flasks. Unlight Silhouette adds a hefty life cost to all your spells, but they deal additional chaos damage based on the amount of life spent. Of course, there is more to come. What powers might you glean from delving deep underneath Rayclass to fight all the Crystal King?
Dude, are we
What
starting
secrets
BB?
can you learn from Lycia, Herald of the Scourge, waiting at the end of the Forbidden Sanctum?
You have to tell us before
As
the
you can
patch
imagine,
drops.
there are countless possible combinations with the system. You could be a Slayer that embraces corruption and vile power, or perhaps you'll play an Occultist that doubles down on their dark power by integrating the Nameless bloodline. We are excited to see what crazy and interesting builds players come
Yeah,
up with.
this is an insane balance rework, and it's
In
not
the
even...
most recent Path of Exile 2 expansion, the 3rd Edict, we introduced a much anticipated feature.
Yeah.
Fully asynchronous trade. Yeah. It was a fantastic success.
It was.
So now we're excited to announce that we'll also be adding this feature into Path of Exile 1. When you reach Act 6, you'll be able to find Faustus in Lion Eye's Watch. Previously, he just operated the currency exchange. Now, he will also act as a steward for your merchants tabs. These are where you can place items for sale, for direct and instant purchase by other players even when you're not online.
Is that a Starforge buff?
To list an item, simply place it in the tab and select a currency and an amount.
69. Oh.
I'll let you know.
Once listed, other players will be able to find the item by searching for it via the trade website or the new in-game market search. To purchase something for yourself, it's as easy as hitting this button, which will teleport you to the seller's hideout, where you can view their merchants tabs, buy the item, and also view the rest of their wares in case something else catches your eye. Every purchase costs a small fee of gold, as Faustus takes his cut. To account for this further drain on gold, acquisition and cost balance elsewhere in the game has been adjusted. Anything you've managed to sell successfully will have your profits collected here, in a separate tab to claim at your leisure.
Nice.
To be clear, previous means of trading, such as via pre-existing premium stash tabs and the website, will still function just as before. Merchants tabs, and the asynchronous trading that comes with them, are an entirely additive feature on top of the already existing methods to trade. You might find yourself needing the trade system to buy some upgrades, because this update also introduces 3 new Uber Pinnacle boss fights.
Hell yeah.
These encounters are manifested from the memories of Zana, and in her long torment, they have festered into something truly deadly. These fights offer an imposing challenge, alongside powerful rewards. In order to gain access, similar to existing Uber Pinnacle fights, you'll need to discover fragments dropped by Tier 17 map bosses. Each attempt at the new Uber Pinnacle fights will require 5 of these. Let's dig into some of the challenges you'll need to face in these new Uber versions.
Lonely fragment, I can relate to that.
In the original incarnation of Neglect fight, the statues can be used to block the laser beams to hide behind, giving you an opportunity to avoid being shocked, frozen, or killed.
I killed it too fast.
When you run near these statues, they activate and allow you to reposition them. While activated, they will not stop the lasers, meaning you want to position them well, then avoid them.
Oh, that's so cool.
However, in the Uber version of this fight, instead of being a safe haven, the statues will refract the laser beams, causing a ruckus of energy to cover the arena.
He loves that word.
Activating them will prevent the refraction. So unlike the base fight, where you want to position them well and then avoid them, you'll be wanting to constantly keep these statues active. But then, you have to deal with their assault of attacks.
This looks hard as shit.
While fighting the incarnation of fear, these fiery orbs will slowly clutter up the arena, locking off portions of it until you bait the boss into detonating them himself with his thrown spear. When Uberified, these orbs are attached by a flaming leash to the boss, rotating around him constantly. More and more will spawn as the fight goes on, making it even more imperative that you clean them up by cleverly using the boss's abilities against him. Normally in the incarnation of Dread fight, during the bullet hell phase, you have to acquire a red rose, run it to the boss,
what are these skills?
then collect a blue rose, doing the same, causing it to get heavy stunned and interrupting its mechanic. In the Uber version, you have to do the same, but in order to get the blue rose, you have to defeat the incarnation of Neglect, and to get the red rose, you have to defeat the incarnation of Fear. Good luck.
Yeah.
Given the difficulty of these bosses, their rewards should be worth your while. Let's take a look at some. From the Uber incarnation of Neglect fight, we have Bitter Instinct.
Ooh, unique.
A spiky shield that turns retaliatory strikes into preemptive ones, making it just a matter of time before the long arm of justice crushes your foes. Alternatively, you might find Festering Resentment, a poisoned blade with an unending supply of toxins built into the hilt. These toxins are put to good use, causing every spell you trigger to be capable of poisoning with all damage it deals, enabling a truly crazy trigger-centric poison ruckus.
BV, we gotta do.
And from
BV.
the Uber incarnation of Dread, the Hallowed Monarch, a counterpart to the Dark Monarch. which focuses more heavily on investing into one or a few minions, rather than growing your hordes to massive proportions.
That's so cool.
Storm Rayclast, with your chosen few at your side, stealing power from your enemies as you go.
Okay.
We've got a number of quality of life changes to bring to 3.27 as well. Many of which you may have seen already in some of our pre-livestream teasers, but for those who haven't, Heist is a mechanic which has long frustrated some players who may otherwise have been interested in the rewards it has to offer, but have no desire to grind through the early progress of finding and running low-level contracts to get all of the rogues to their maximum level.
Why does that sword look so weird?
Starting in 3.27, Heist rogues will automatically begin at maximum level, so you can start your dubious criminal career without all the busy work. Points invested into your Atlas passive tree will now be refundable with gold. Just speak to Kerak to do so. For players who love jumping between strategies, there's also an option to instantly refund your entire tree, which of course can now also be done with your regular passive tree as well. Now you can make all your decisions with no regrets. Well, maybe some regrets. You no longer need to purchase bestiary orbs. You can now itemize beasts for free directly from your bestiary. From late Act 1, you can now mass identify your items at an NPC in every town, and from Helena in your hideout. This does not require Scrolls of Wisdom at all. While using an Alteration Orb, you can now hold Alt to swap to using an Augmentation Orb, if one is available. Opening a Blight Chest will now open all other Blight Chests near it. Rogue's disenchanting services can now be accessed from towns and hideouts. Kerak missions now have a handy icon to show at a glance what kind of mission they are. Holding down Control and right-clicking on Stacked Decks will now continuously open them to your inventory, notifying you in chat what the outcome is. If you still want to open them direct to the ground, to let your loot filter provide a dose of dopamine, you can still do that too by also holding Shift.
Yeah.
Val Orbs can be used on monsters encased in essences, to the same effect that Remnants of Corruption have. When multiple skill gems are ready to level at the same time, you'll now be able to click this button to level them all up at once. Next up, we're going to be talking about our new League supporter packs.
Buy them all.
Today, we're launching 2 new series of supporter packs. The Champion of Theopolis and the Verdant Magus packs.
Ooh.
Each tier contains the pack's full face value in points, alongside several exclusive microtransactions.
Look how cool that
As always, the microtransactions in these packs are purely cosmetic and do not affect your character's power or progression in any way. The Champion of Theopolis series of supporter packs contains 6 exclusive microtransactions. Manifest a Champion's Ferocity, as the Lion's Might unique finisher effect rips your enemies to shreds. Open the Champion of Theopolis portal to end your crusade through maps in the style expected of a true victor of the arena. Defeat your enemies like a true gladiator, wearing the Grand Champion of Theopolis armor set. The armor awarded only to the most elite warriors of the Grand Arena. Take charge of the situation and storm into combat with the Flaming Minotaur's Quicksilver Flask effect.
The Champion's Podium map device rises up to honor the glory you've achieved as you activate it.
Ascend the stairs and stand atop the platform as you enter your maps. Each flame surrounding the platform represents a remaining use on your portal.
Ah, that's cool. I like these
the
like compact
burden-backed Billy
ones.
Goat carries all the supplies necessary for a campsite as he travels behind you in battle. When placed in a hideout, instead of roaming around like your other pets, their supplies are deployed, creating a small camp where you can access your stash and providing a place to take a load off while you rest next to the campfire.
Alright, well now I have to buy it, right?
The Verdant Magus series contains 6 exclusive microtransactions.
Okay. Ooh, that's annoying.
Having Faustus sell your items on your behalf is great and all, But sometimes you just want to feel a little bit more shady about your dealings. The back alley trader hideout decoration is more secretive with your trades,
That's amazing.
creating distance between you and your customers. Note that until 3.27 is released, this back alley trader will only serve as your currency exchange. Once it's out, it will be updated to have the new managed shop option to also facilitate your trades. The Verdant Wayfinder pet is a loyal companion to any Master Magus. As you approach waypoints, it envelops them with its vines, guiding you throughout Rayclast. Control Earth and nature itself, as the Great Verdant Magus armor set envelops you in the ancient power now lost to time. There's also a matching back attachment included. Remnants of the forest ripple out from within you with the Verdant Magus level up effect equipped,
I need
restoring life to the corrupted land.
In Legion 5 ways.
Call on an ancient golem to use their power to create a safe passage for you to retreat through with the Arcane Golem portal. As a Supreme Verdant Magus, you can travel to your Arcane Isle hideout. A cluster of islands held together by ancient magic passed down between elite mages.
Dude, hideouts are the biggest FOMO. Like,
stand atop your tower and relish the great heights you've reached above those who have not harnessed the arcane.
This one will sell so much better than the other one. Just
These
for this.
packs are now available for purchase on both PC and console, and will remain so during Path of Exile, Keepers of the Flame.
I want it. It's so
Additionally,
much money, though.
any microtransactions from these supporter packs will be made available for use in Path of Exile 2.
Hell yeah.
Meanwhile, the Crypt Keeper and Frisian Magistrate packs leave the store forever at the launch of the Keepers of the Flame League. So now's your last chance to purchase them.
I didn't get the
Thank you so
hideout.
much for your ongoing support. We're just about to start the Q&A with Ziggy D. Afterwards, we'll post the full patch notes for Path of Exile, Keepers of the Flame, at 11 AM New Zealand time, 3 PM Pacific. With release at the end of next week, our community team will be posting crucial information you'll need for the release. Keep an eye on the news. Thanks for joining us today and checking out our latest developments.
Dude.
We're looking forward to holding off the Breachlord's conquest, crafting gruesome grafts, planning dozens of Bloodline-empowered builds, and filling out our tree's tree. We hope you all join us.
100,000 people watching. Dude, that is so good. There were some bingos that you guys suggested that I was just like, there's no way. Like don't be stupid. They're not going to add new classes. They're not going to add Freesia classes. Like, I'm not even going to put it on there.
G'day Exiles, and welcome to the post-reveal discussion and Q&A with Jonathan and Mark.
Smokey, it's probably the supporter
lead
packs.
Guys who make games, I believe was what we discussed as the titles.
Yeah,
That's the
official title. Yeah.
Excellent. I like it. It's good. We're talking about how to inflate their titles in the lead up to this.
Dude.
3.27, Keepers of the
I was saying in my Discord earlier, I feel like I want to do Poison BV Path. It might be, yeah. Era.
But I'm curious. This is kind of like a special kind of reveal day for
That's not the
PoE
bold
1
era
fans, as
yet.
I think it marks a return to schedule for us. You announced this plan to do the 4-month cycle for the games, two twos, and it seems to be working.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly hard, I'll tell you that, right? Like, it can be pretty brutal on some of the stuff when it's like, every 2 months you got a deadline. But yeah, I mean, look, we have to do it, right? Like, I mean, that was always the intention, to get, the regular schedule.
The thing with BV is you don't even need that. It's so easy to get a 100% chance of poison because it's a physical skill. But the thing is, if you go assassin, how do you prolife your poisons? Are there poison prolifs, like on gloves or something?
Feel a lot less like crazy here this time.
There
this
must
visit
be.
for me, like, and things seem a bit more of a finished state as well from what I've been looking at. So,
well, we're putting a lot more effort into sort of getting that production process down,
Venomous
making sure that
Helm.
everything's
You don't
going
need
well.
a prolif?
Like, we're hiring producers at the moment, just by the way, in case anyone's out there is like looking for as a for a production job. But yeah, it's something that we're really concentrating on, making sure that because when you've got a schedule like this, when it's this tight, you have to be really, really careful, because like I would say
The thing is, you can get your uptime on BV to be so long that you only need to cast it like once every 9 seconds. No, like once every 12 seconds.
Like this person gets sick or like something like that, and that's like suddenly it's like a real challenge. So that's been real hard to adapt to. But yeah, I mean, honestly, we have to do it.
Because PoE 2's
astronauts,
030,
right.
kind of we missed it by a week or two as well. We're like, normally that's okay.
Yeah.
You slip a week or two, but now all of a sudden now you got a bit 2 week more overlap with 3.27, and you know it certainly has less room for error. But again, that's why more production staff should help, and we are just going to get better at it.
Yeah.
But yes, we made it to 3.26 and now 3.27, mostly on schedule, you know, give or take. You know, one was you could argue one's an anomaly, two is a pattern, so hopefully it should continue as normal. But yeah, we'll get better at 100%. So we'll work out the kinks. But it was always going to be some growing pains to going to 6 releases a year for both across both Path of Exiles. So.
Yeah, I remember thinking when you guys were doing 4 releases a year that was crazy. So 6 is pretty wild, but it seems to be happening. So fingers crossed it keeps happening. Is the contingency just that like occasionally you just might delay by a few weeks here?
I don't want to. I really want to be real strict about it. Like,
we said we'd stick to the time and adapt the content around the time. Like consistency is key. So hopefully we can keep doing that. That's still our current philosophy and plan. So yeah.
I think you were telling me once before, Jonathan, that when you have that for a while, it kind of helps everyone get an idea of like scoping a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
like,
it helps with everything.
Is
right?
there
It helps with
a
the players just
link?
feeling the consistency. It helps with like developers. Like it's just overall like a way better state to be in.
So, Breach 2, aka Keepers of the Flame. It's the first real...
The problem with Golden Rule is you don't inflict the poison on the enemy after a while.
Definitely follow-ups there, but this is the actual first true sequel league, and it seems like people are pretty keen on the idea. I think the reception's been pretty good so far, first impressions. What are your guys' thoughts on doing a sequel? Were you, like, anti-sequel, pro-sequel? Because I know people kind of...
I mean, I would say personally that, like, so whenever you do a sequel, you're entering a dangerous territory because people who didn't like the
it does
original
still apply. Sorry, I'm being fucking
could
dumb.
then now be
Never
like, oh, I'm disappointed because like as soon as they hear that it's a sequel to something they didn't like, they're like, it's not happy. So you could just be ruling out a bunch of people in your audience right away. Now, Breaches, I would say, is a pretty popular one, so like there's less danger there.
Yeah.
But effectively, in order to make a sequel to something, I think you really have to be doing something that had to be a real banger back when you did it, so that people actually, you know, are definitely on board from the beginning. In general, I'd say we'd prefer to do stuff that's like new, but I think this one was a good fit. It was a good example of something to do, and yeah, people are liking it. So you know, it's
I mean, as Jonathan said, yes, like some leagues are more divisive than others. Some have more kind of X factor out there gameplay. You know, with the whole Blight Tower defense, and some of them are more maps and a bit more crazy. And immediately you do turn off some people, and we know that going in. When we make these, we try and make it, you know, something good for everyone, but.
I'm just going to turn them down a little bit in the background so we can look at this stuff.
It's the classic, we talk about reinventing the wheel. Here we talk about not reinventing the killing monsters in circles. And it has that. And by the way, that is a massive thing when doing the sequel, is we're like, we must keep the killing monsters in circle. Because the last thing that I want to do is, and this is another risk of a sequel, is take something that people love and then just ruin it. So we really focused on the weaknesses of what Breach had, because it was nine
Oh, hold on. Okay, wait. You guys need to be quiet. We're reading stuff now, okay?
December 9 years
Okay.
ago, so we're almost there. Yeah, just if you want to feel a bit old for a moment there.
My back,
BAOV?
I actually still remember working on it. It does not feel like it was that long.
Beanos have poison prolive? Oh, wait.
You know, the 5 Breach Lords back when, and, you know, put together all the monsters and all that interesting...
But Beano's a tier 0, isn't it? Ah, yeah, it does.
So it's not only been fun to come back into a sequel, which by the way we've codenamed Brequel, just to...
Prequel. Minions Greater Avalanche. When you use an offering skill, this graft will summon an army of highborn breach monsters to do your bidding. Some monsters have their physical damage converted to cold, and they have a chance to apply brittle on hits. Okay, 90% cold damage, 10% increased chance to find ancient womb gifts. Skills used by grafts have 16% increased cooldown recovery rate. 21% increased chance to find growing womb gifts. Skills used by this have a 95% chance to ignite. Oh, so these are like the supports. Holy shit, okay. I assume it's like going to be prefixes are like womb gifts and suffixes are things that are like support. What the fuck are these numbers? What are these numbers?
I'm definitely eager to dive into like basically all of the things you mentioned there. But out of interest, what's like a...
Dude, is this a Sabo League? Is this a Sabo League with like reduced CDR? Level 30, cost time 1, crit chance 8%. When you are missing life, this graft will apply a buff that takes some damage from hits for you before being depleted. When you are struck while the buff is active, this skill will fire a nova fire projectiles which explode on impact. And it lasts for 8 seconds. Wait, if you do this on Sabo, wouldn't you just have this up permanently and then you can have like the most insane retaliate? What the frick? What the fuck? What the sh... Yeah, it's a god skill. No, they work. Because this is an 8-second duration, but and it can take 4,500 damage. They have to scale with it, right? Yeah, no, because if you get like percent and more damage, are these unaffected by your tree? And there was a super heavy hitting retaliate skill. Corrupts a graft, either destroying or entirely replacing the implicit with a powerful modifier. This does not replace the skill the graft will use. And then we've got the fancy regal, which you guys said, but I was like, no way. Fireborn, the Red Dream. Passive granting fire resistance or all elemental resistance in grant. Increase max life at 100% of its value. And then there's Esh's Mirror, right? Esh's Visage. Damage cannot be reflected. Sheesh. Dude, there's so much cool. The announcement is over. They're just seeing the little chatty thing now. Destroy the hives. Conflagration. Let's check out the damage. Fire arrows into the air that rain down a targeted area. Dealing area damage on impact, leaving the arrow stuck in the ground for the duration. If you move close to the stuck arrow, will explode. Dealing damage, area damage on impact to apply a fire damage over time debuff, as well as causing other stuck arrows in range to explode. 2,625.9 base fire damage per second. What is like... What is fire trap? Holy shit. Wait. Oh my god, dude, what the modifies projectile damage applied to the skill's damage over time effect. Arrows after the first fall within a base radius of 3 meters. Explosion deals 80% more damage with hits. Oh, the attack damage is very low. Effectiveness with added damage is also very low. That's good dot. Supports attack skills calling to trigger wind bursts on hit after you've traveled a certain distance. Cannot support triggered skills or skills used by things other than you. Cannot modify the skills of minions. Supported skills deal 10% increased projectile damage. Supported skills trigger wind bursts on hit no more once every 10 meters moved. Fires projectiles that move randomly and damage enemies they pierce through. They explode after duration, dealing area damage. 139% of base, 139% added effects. So, oh, each of these projectiles is based on your weapon. This skill is triggered by... Ooh. Poison BV with that. It does feel like it, man. Like Poison BV, I was saying earlier, just... And it's Breach. New Breach Sword models are good. Kinetic rain. Swing your wand to cause a number of projectiles to rain down a large area in front of you, directly targeting location of enemies in the area. The locations where each projectile will land are shown on markers before they fall. Each projectile explodes when hitting the ground, dealing area damage and triggering kinetic anomaly. 110% base attack speed, 143% base attack damage. Effectiveness add damage 143. 13 projectiles. Increase reductions to spell damage also apply to attack damage from this skill at 150% of the value. That's the same as KB, right? Kinetic rain poison assassin? Maybe. Yeah. Kinetic anomaly gathers kinetic energy in an anomaly at the targeted location, which will explode when enemies are near it, dealing your wand's damage in an area. The anomaly will dissipate after duration. Maximum 30 anomalies. The skill is triggered when projectiles from kinetic rain explode. Yeah, Zoftcraft. You put Ellie Poison BV Pop in the channel? Oh, in the channel? Why Ellie? Why Elementalist? I'm missing the lore? More like the boar. Oh shit, we can see what these do. Shepherd of Souls? Oh, this is so cool. Golems are nuts, yeah. Bow League? I don't know. 8% max life, 1 Val skill per second. Reduce soul game prevention duration. Val skills require 30% fewer souls to use. 20% chance to regain consumed souls when used. 1% more damage per soul required. 40% increased souls per use and have +1 use. 50% increased skill effect duration. 50% increased effect area of effect, and 50% increased effect of auras from your Val skills. Val aura. Increased effect of auras from your Val skills. What Val auras are there? Yeah, Val Haste, Val Smite, Val, holy shit. That's strong. But you only get 1. Unseen Hue. Hits with prismatic skills always sap. Okay. Interesting. We saw that. Async trade. Quality of life features. Complete the challenges. Val Discipline. Oh yeah, the other ascendancies. Right, sorry. Okay. 20% increase elusive effect. Elusive has 50% chance to be removed from you at 100% effect. Wait, what? 50% increased stealth? Dude. Unsealed spells gain 5% more damage each time their effects reoccur. Skills supported by leech. Oh, dude, yeah, that's really good. What is stealth? Stealth is actually really strong. Stealth is chance to avoid being hit. Stealth reduces the range. Wait, this isn't right, is it? Okay.
You get those and they're kind of building and they're like putting together like molecule by molecule building these hives. And that's the one where you come in and you get given the power of the Keepers of the Flame, and that can just incinerate away all of the material, and you're kind of just like running around pretending to be a Righteous Fire build for a moment.
I'll just note as well, like, you don't have to click any doors or like bump into any walls. They just evaporate before
you just run around.
What am I missing? The Q&As are cool, but you're right. I want to wait for tomorrow, then I'll watch it on like 2.5x speed.
Generally, when you get to the center, you summon an Aelith, you start the encounter, and effectively just kill a whole bunch of monsters. I mean, they're trying to get to her, they're trying to kill her. They're not super effective at it. We're not doing the whole like, you know, they are persistently wanting to aggro on her. You know, they're gonna try and kill you. That's honestly more of an immersive
What am I missing?
thing than it is like meant to be.
I want to check out this shit.
A mechanic or anything like that again, because I wanted to just keep killing monsters being the primary focus.
But there is a thing where the more walls you burn, the more.
Yeah, there's amongst all the walls you can get these like spawners. These
Yeah, this is very BV.
can then come through. So if you want to activate more, to have more monsters, have more difficulty, and get more reward, you want to burn as many of those hive spawners as possible, and then they will turn into portals once the fight begins. If you just want to run to the center, start the fight.
Yeah, it's on the patch notes.
Go for it. The other thing here is though that of course, obviously this can be a bit of a clear speedy thing where it's like, you know,
so monsters
during those encounters, using the power of the purple flame, these kind of purple flames scatter out, and each of them kind of has a skill attached. Just like
holy, they were even using poison BV in the patch. They were even using it in the video.
Like if you wanted to, if you needed to, most powerful characters, you'll be fine.
Yeah, we saw 3 or 4. How many? I don't know how many you get. Val Spark PV?
It's honestly more to help out players that are kind of struggling or on the weaker end and aren't able to kind of
Rebuke of the Val, the sword.
between bottom end and top end a bit. Again, not meant to be intrusive, not meant to be like complicated.
How does this work with
It's just like 99% of it.
Assassin?
You boil it down, it's basically just like a fast-paced wave defense. Like, just survive 6-8 waves of
Nah.
Russian at you pretty fast.
I don't know if I will do poison BV. Ah.
Yeah. So that's one encounter. Second encounter
All damage can poison. There's so many cool.
is like the traditional breach, the one that players have
Okay, wait.
historically been playing. You activate a thing, the breach expand out. So these are breaches that haven't been stabilized yet.
Yeah.
So they haven't come through to build their hive. So you activate it, it starts expanding, you kill the monsters, it's revealing, and then once you've killed enough, and if you can kill enough, like it can be kind of hard early game, but like towards end game, that's your goal. You'll notice a progress bar filling up, and once the breach gets to the end, that means that it will become stable. And so what was going to happen is when it becomes stable, the breach are going to send through their like difficult monsters, their elites, their enforcers, you know, their front line to come through and, you know, secure the area so they can send through their like little worker spiders to start building their hives. So this is like a yet to be a hive. And so you obviously don't witness all of that. Generally what you do experience is you kill enough monsters, and then in the center the portal activates and a bunch of monsters and often a boss floods through. And so now you have to go back to the center and fight all that, kill everything, defeat the boss, get the loot, and then everything drops then and there.
Why shouldn't you log in?
Once you successfully do that. If you can't do it, run away. That's up to you. You know, you can still play it the old way if you want and like not get so much rewards, just kill as many as you want and move on. But generally speaking, you'll want to go back to the middle. You want to kill the either waves of hordes of monsters coming through the portal or the boss that spawns.
That like locks open then once you reach that stabilization point.
Yeah, it locks open the time. Yeah, so that's another good thing. Yeah, so the existing breach, I mean, obviously it's pretty outdated and even imbalanced, and often people were killing the breach lords, the wild ones, in like, you know, a matter of seconds. But you know, I wanted to make sure that boss fight didn't have a time condition. So yeah, once it stabilizes, that's it. You just once you kill them, it closes. You have infinite time to kill that boss and fight those monsters. You're not just like, oh my god, I got to do it. So like it is a more substantial, and generally because you've cleared everything in that circle now, it's like it almost like you created your own arena. You've got like a nice clear area where you can fight that boss and focus on killing that boss. Now he has minions in a regard, so obviously it's not just one-on-one, but you know, that mechanic's like quite cool. So that's the like Varun, the Marshal of Zesht fight. He has some specific drops. You generally want to kill him. And then, yeah, so that's encounter number 2. And then, yeah, encounter number 3. I know he's going on a bit of a thing here, but these next two are a bit quicker. Encounter number 3 is the kind of sky fortress, as you saw. It's very similar to the first fight. It's kind of like, oh, we didn't stop this hive. Some of these hives have been getting built for weeks or whatever, and now they're like, you know, full giant mega structures. So you climb the beanstalk, as I called it, the breach beanstalk. Nice. You get up to the sky fortress, and honestly it's kind of just like a map of breach
Yeah,
monsters.
there's no
You're
timer.
clearing through.
It's not
Nah,
like a
no
breach
timer at this
deadlines.
point. You can just clear the
Which
area
bosses
and
get
leave.
them?
Taking your rewards with you, but in the center is like the Hive encounter, the very
I don't
first
know.
one.
We know
like
3.
a wave-based encounter. It's just a lot more epic, and you have to,
That's the thing is that like, they could go for like 2.5 hours now and just blue ball us on the patch notes.
Destroy the rest of this hive and seal this portal, so you might want to get out of here. So generally speaking, yeah, once you've killed all the waves, you then have to get out of the area before Aelith burns the entire thing to the ground.
Cool.
Normally you can survive that, not in this case. You might want to get out of there. Once you do, you get all the loot. Sweet. You're not going to get that encounter too frequently, but it can be a little bit of fun, a little bit more action-packed when you're trying to escape. And then the fourth encounter is pretty similar to that, except it's just an area with your pinnacle boss, your in-game boss fight at the end of it.
And you basically didn't show those in the trailer, because I did know that people were like wondering why you showed kind of so much of the Uber bosses for the regular content, but you didn't really show any of these guys.
We generally avoid showing bosses for sure, especially new ones. You get a silhouette of it, a single emerge shot, and yeah, for sure. Like for the Ubers, we're like, well, they've got like 10. 15 skills each. Let's show one mechanic we've changed of each. You know?
Damn.
Maybe not the best option. Like I know people like their full mystery, so like maybe lesson learned in the future might just show nothing.
No, I think it was fine.
We only did show one of all of their skills that have changed. Just so people get a general grasp of how they're changing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably given the feedback, I'm probably just not going to show those again. So,
fair enough.
We'll let it be a mystery. But yeah.
So this skill tree, you actually did it. You made a skill tree. Well done.
A tree.
But this tree is quite fascinating because it's not just a like a meta progression system for the league or something. Like there is that, it is progressing, but it is a crafting system. It's a tree that is a crafting system. And from messing around with that, like it feels kind of brilliant. Like this is a really good idea. How did that come about?
It was kind of a mixture from Chris Octavian and I can't remember who. Me and him and kind of Andrew, we all kind of we just came up with ideas. But I think the original tree that spawns items or grows items and then hatches items came from Octavian. And the grafts, mind you, as well. He's got a nice creative brain on that one.
Known.
Comes up with some cool ideas. I like that kind of out there style of design, which is good. And so eventually we took that kind of idea. I was the one who brought Breach to the table and was like, oh, we can unify these, and that came from a interesting thing where in the Twisted Domain in PoE 2, you get these you have these trees made of hands that the environment artists made.
Imagine.
And I really love them, and I'm like, normally because you're on a timer in that area and you're going hard, you're fighting monsters, you don't really get to appreciate a lot of the art assets in there.
Zoom.
And I was like, wow, damn, I want to use those trees, but have them, because I think they're petrified in that version. So I was like, what does that look like when it's a bit more alive, a bit more organic, a bit more gross? We kind of came up with this tree, and tree that hatches items, and it has this fruit, and then we were like, nah, like I don't want just a tree that has fruit. It needs to be gross and dark and horror, It's like this is a gothic world, and so we obviously went a little bit more crazy with the theming on it all. But I like it, right? It is dark. It's like a little. You've got this alien-esque demon species, right?
It's like squeezing the items out, like with a bunch of plus.
Yeah, it kind of came like that, and then it's like, wow, it needs a meta progression. The good thing about the tree having a passive tree is we get to reuse all the same code that our passive trees use, and then the other, because it's good because then you don't have to make a completely bespoke system. And again, it's picking your battles, being able to focus more on what the nodes do as opposed to the underlying system.
I think what's pretty interesting about it though is the way that like it actually for crafting is quite interesting how it sort of encapsulates the idea that you've got like various dependent choices. You don't normally think about crafting in that way, but that's really what crafting is. And so it kind of like means that it's actually a surprisingly natural interface for crafting.
It's actually very lossy.
It works really well.
That system.
And so that's kind of a pretty interesting one.
Miso, I was just about to raid you. Thank you for the raid, Miso.
Some little bit, but yes, like that's what I was thinking because I'm thinking a lot about like how do you communicate crafting, because it's a pretty complicated thing generally. Even it's
Are you guys excited?
In Path of Exile, but this does seem to have like a very natural,
chain
more
raid,
understandable way of communicating it, because you're allocating the
Octavian's
nodes
so
to the craft.
great.
You get to see the structure of your craft in a visual manner, which I'm like,
Super
It is
sick.
cool.
You're welcome, Exile.
How
You
do
guys
we
get
go
your
this-
drops.
So we've got multiple character trees. We've got world area trees. Is this
For
the first
crafts?
crafting tree?
Well,
Yeah.
no, there was the one with the
Crucible.
items, I don't even remember the name
There was
of
the
it
Val-
anymore.
there was the-
Crucible?
Yeah, the Crucible one.
You already bought it?
That was items
Yeah.
having trees. That
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
a
a
tree
little
to
different.
craft.
Yeah.
It was an item
You could
growth
kind
system,
of
yeah.
argue Scourge
Hideout
is
looks
like the
so
whole
good.
microwave mechanic kind of, but it wasn't really a tree. It was like a grid. It was a bit different, you know. So I don't know. It might be our first true crafting tree.
It's like I just kind of wonder, like we'll see, I guess, after
So
I leave. But I
sweet.
just kind of wonder if you like accidentally stumbled upon one of the potential solutions to like how do you communicate crafting to players, because it's so hard to do. It's like I don't know, maybe this has applications elsewhere. This idea.
We'll see how it goes, and there's a lot to expand on here. Of course,
so
like,
selfless,
when you have these
me,
kinds
so-
of tree systems, and
So
you
selfless.
know, immediately people are going to be like, oh, keystones and you know, where's my crafting tree notables and masteries and jewel slots.
My cluster jewels for my crafting tree.
Yeah, build your own crafting tree.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes, but obviously that depends. You know, we don't want to overcomplicate it off the bat. So you
serious.
come in with something kind of simple, elegant,
Or you serious.
see how it works, see how people respond to it, and then you know if things go core, because we always like to decide based on how the players respond.
Okay, dudes, you know what? It's 10. I know it's like, oh, it's 10 p.m. Tomorrow morning, I need to wake up. I need to read the patch notes. I then need to edit a video. I need to write guides for Mobalytics. Then I have an appointment with an accountant at 10:30 in the morning. And then I need to stream. And I think what would be really cool is on stream, I'm going to read the patch notes before. I'm not going to read the patch notes at you. I'll read them. Then we can discuss it on stream tomorrow afterwards. But I've got a lot of shit that I need to do tomorrow. So I want to get into bed early. Let's raid Arrow. Let's raid Arrow. Let's raid Arrow. Okay? No spoilers. I don't want any spoilers in my DMs where it's like, oh my god, Lolcohol, look at this. Unless it's Unileaks.bv. It looks so sick. But everyone, insane reveal. So good. So good. I'll see you all tomorrow. I don't know how long they're going to talk for. If I knew it was going to be another 10 minutes, I would hang out for the patch notes, but it could be another 2 hours. So catch you later. Miso, thanks for the raid. Let's chain this raid over to Arrow, and I'll see you guys tomorrow to discuss the patch notes. Have a lovely... Yeah, there'll be new drops. There better be. Catch you later. Bye. See you tomorrow. Sweet dreams. And then we go to Arrow.
That being said,
And then we end the
yes, you
stream.
don't have
Bye.
rich domains in Keepers of the Flame. You got all those new mechanics I described earlier. But that isn't to say there isn't a future.